Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to our live stream. There is Hudson, my cat, jumping up on the piano because he wanted to say hi to you. For those of you who don't know, I have just got off of P&O's newest, biggest, most exciting cruise ship, the Iona. So I have a lot to talk about. I've been editing my video about Iona. I can hear Hudson playing the piano for the last couple of days. By Hudson, and that will hopefully be out tomorrow. Hello to everybody who is in the chat. Hello to Paul and Carol. Hello to Lou. Hello to my dad who's in here. I have to say it is bonfire night in the UK. There are fireworks going off outside. It's going to happen on bonfire night. Happy bonfire night, says Eddie. Yes, Eddie, happy bonfire night to you too. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me at this slightly different time. It's a double whammy of different. It's different for everyone in the UK and it's extra different for everyone in the US. This is the week when we've changed our clocks and places that do in the US haven't yet. And it's very, very confusing. So thank you very much if you have come to this live stream. All of the live streams are available to watch after the event forever, going back to the beginning. So I can see the changes in my live streams if I go back to the beginning. It's quite funny. Hello to everybody who is here. Thank you for joining us. Hello to John. John is here from the Carnival Sunrise. Yes, I did have a chat with John. Amazing. Very, very envious. Have a fantastic time. I really want to cruise with Carnival. I have tried. Hasn't worked out for me yet, but I will get there. Arlene, hello. 30 days until Carnival Panorama. We've got a Carnival theme going on here. Very, very, very jealous. I will get there at some point. Hello to Kevin who's in here. Hello, Kevin. And Shane and Sean from Bermuda. Hello from Bermuda. Hello to Emma. Fabulous name. How is everybody? Asks Emma. And Stuart says, hopefully all is okay. It is Friday. It is Friday. Yes, it is. Remember that day again. Indeed, bonfire night. I am somewhere warm. I am back at home now. I have got my jumper on. I'm feeling good. I hope you're all feeling good too. Hello to Michelle. Hello to Joe from Texas. Hello, Texas. Lou says, an idea for your live thumbnail. How about photos of you at 11, then your first cruise, for your first cruise, then maybe as a teen, and then now. Fun to see the changes as you cruise. Yeah, sure. A bit late for this one, but if that's something people would like to see, absolutely I can do that. Hello to Ken, who is in here, and hello to Marcus. Are you ready for the shortest hour of the week? Definitely the shortest hour of my week, and the best way to kind of wind down. My mum says a thumbs down for Emma already, and it wasn't me. Sometimes, well, one time I did have a look on my mum's phone, and she had down-thumbed me, my mum. She didn't realize, but she had accidentally down-thumbed me. So now whenever I get a down thumb, I just assume it is you, Mum. But thank you. Looking forward to what Emma has to say about Iona. Yes, so I have just disembarked P&O's Iona. I took a 7-night cruise. It was a Northern Europe cruise. Originally supposed to be cruising on Iona in January, booked in 2020, thinking that 2021 would be totally fine. But I just booked this Northern Europe cruise. It was so unbelievable, so cheap, and I just wanted to explore Iona. I knew I had to get on that ship, so I did. Hello to Thomas from California. My hands are so cold. It's kind of that time in the UK. I mean, at least it's consistent because it is completely dark at this time. It gets dark around 5 now, but it's chilly. It's chilly. I'm not used to it. I was in Spain a couple of weeks ago and it was quite different. Alan says his mum and gran didn't like Iona. I don't think my gran would like Iona. My gran has cruised with P&O, but I can imagine her on Iona saying this ship is way too big. I think my mum would like Iona though, and my mum is coming on an Iona cruise with me, so we will find that out at some point. Michael just got off of Oasis the Seas and thought of you every time we saw a self-serve Coke machine. Yes, I'm definitely kind of suffering the effects of drinking so much soda and then going back to normal at home. But I don't want to drink that much soda all the time, so I'm rationing myself, getting off of the soda. Hello to Matt who's in here. Hi Matt. If you do have a question for me, if you can start it with question, preferably in capital letters, it makes it so much easier to see what is a question and what is everybody just chatting. If I don't see your question, please feel free to say it again. I probably just haven't seen it. Please don't constantly spam the chat though. If you've asked 50 times and I haven't answered, probably I don't know the answer. Thank you, everybody who is moderating this chat too. I wouldn't dare do a live stream without my moderators. So thank you so much for looking after everything. Hello to John Paul, who is in here. Hello, hello, hello. Birthday pizza and birthday cake later. Andy's birthday. Happy birthday to Andy. That's so exciting. I'm having pizza for dinner too, just because it'll be quick to cook. And after this, I'll be hungry. So looking forward to it. Lou is waiting. Right, I think I am caught up with the real time now. Did you find cookies on Iona in the end? I don't think so. I found lots of biscuits. Not really what I would call a cookie, though. There is a difference between cookies and biscuits here in the UK. But it was fine. I was never hungry, not hungry for a single second. What is the normal capacity on Iona? The normal capacity is 5,200, and my cruise had around 3,500. P&O are kind of, I think, every few cruises they're increasing it, so we will get there at some point, but about 65%, if I remember that correctly, on my cruise. Jim says, Emma, I'm confused. Just joined Patreon and got immediate need to go to a higher tier for see some videos, but I did get a welcome from Hudson, so what more can I ask for? Anyway, have a Chinese takeaway on me. Thank you so much, Jim. Whenever people join the higher tiers on my Patreon, I do a welcome message, and Jim was very lucky because Hudson came in that message and wanted to say hi, which I can't guarantee that, but you have seen him on this live stream, so you're pretty lucky. Oh, Lee is asking the difficult question, very difficult question there. Took my first cruise on Scarlet Lady, and I'm thinking about Iona in February of 2022. How might it compare? Iona, I mean, P&O and Virgin Voyages are very, very different. P&O is much more traditional with, you know, have formal nights, there will be dress codes. There's none of that on Virgin Voyages cruises. I would say the food was pretty comparable. The entertainment was pretty comparable. I preferred the way that on P&O they have constantly live music around, bands. It's much more kind of my entertainment. They have a normal theatre on P&O. Every night you go to the theatre or you see a Sky Dome. It's just a Sky Dome show. You can see the Sky Dome anytime, but it's a much more traditional cruising experience. To start with Scarlet Lady and Virgin Voyages is an interesting way to start cruising. But I'm sure you'd like the prices of Iona compared to Virgin Voyages for sure. Oh, I saw another. Here it is. Thank you for my super chat, and thank you, Jim, by the way. Group cruising or solo cruising, which is better? I very almost never cruise solo, to be honest. It looks like I cruise solo because whoever I'm cruising with doesn't want to be on the internet, and I'm never going to make someone be on the internet. So on my last cruise, a lot of people assumed I was cruising by myself. I was cruising with my brother. I have done some solo cruises, though. I would always prefer to cruise with other people rather than by myself, but I know so many people who love solo cruising. For me, it is group cruising, for sure. If I was to book a cruise for 2023, what cruise would you recommend? There's a million answers to this, and whatever I said could be completely wrong for you or completely right for you. That's just like saying, what food should I eat? Like, so many answers to that question. Jenny says, what was the cinema like on Iona? So on Iona, there is a 4-screen cinema, and they show kind of, I don't know how many movies, but they'll show the same movies all day. Were the movies new ones? They weren't the ones that are in the cinema right now, but they were fairly new. They weren't kind of old ones. Some of them I'd seen, some of them I hadn't seen. Fair choice. There was also quite a good choice on the cabin TV. I don't spend much time in my cabin, especially if I have an inside cabin. But there were quite a lot of movies to watch. Did you have the $7.95 drinks package when you boarded to try purchase on board? No, I didn't. So this is a whole thing with P&O. On their website, they have a $7.95 drinks package that's called the soda package, and apparently it's for children. P&O let me buy it. When I asked about it, they said, no, you can't use it. You'll have to have it refunded. But there were literally people on my cruise using that drinks package. So I have no idea what's going on. I think one person working for P&O and another, they're not communicating about this. I was told I couldn't use this, but everyone else seems to be. I don't know. For me, I mean, the drinks packages were pretty not good. Like, it's not really worth it to me. So I just paid as I went for the drinks, £3 kind of ish for a soda, about the same as what I'd pay at home. So that was totally fine. Simon says, on the Morella Explorer, did they offer you a cheaper upgrade drinks package? No, I didn't even look at the upgrades. So on Morella, there's all-inclusive drinks at standard, and then you can pay extra to get extra drinks. I don't need that at all. I didn't even look at it. I just stick with the all-inclusive. If you're someone who really likes kind of premium coffees, or there's certain drinks that you, I don't know, really like certain drinks, then maybe. For me, it's definitely not worth it. I can drink what's included, no problem. Thank you, John, for my super sticker. Paul and Carol agree and say drinks packages on P&O are not good value. Only include 2 cocktails per day. 2 cocktails per day? That sounds strange. I know the kind of limits that you can get on the drinks are really low. I can't, 99% of people, I would say, just pay as you go. Just pay as you go. Yeah, exactly. Alison was told today that she could use the package as an adult. I was told that I could not. So no idea what's going on. No idea. I can hear the fireworks going off outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is fireworks bonfire night here in the UK. Greetings from the Western Caribbean. See, I say Caribbean being from the UK, but Caribbean, I'm so used to listening to American people speak. Caribbean still goes through. Ooh, with Norwegian soda packages, are there any limitations on where you can get soda? I saw with other drinks packages in the fine print it said any bar, etc., but didn't say soda. I have never found any limits on the soda, and I have had the soda packages on Norwegian before. Soda is the same everywhere. It's mostly going to be just fountain soda anyway, so yeah. Did you see Festival on your Iona cruise? How fab was that? Yes, so when we were on Iona, there was 2 kind of main shows, one called Center Stage and one called Festival. And that's kind of the shows that the dancers and the singers put on, the kind of traditional cruise theatre entertainment that you would see on a cruise. It was very good. I have seen it before, I think, on Britannia years ago. I think it's still the same show. But yes, it was very good. And it was good because it was very, I kind of need visual, you know, I need colourful things and costume changes and stuff like that and songs I know. And it had all of that. What I kind of, not that I don't like, but what I like about other cruise lines like Marella is that they have a different show every night. Whereas on Iona, the ship is so huge that they do the same show 2 days in a row and 3 times per day. So the same show will be on 6 times so that all 5,000 people can see it. But that meant that my kind of normal routine of just going to dinner and then going to a show, sometimes you've already seen the show. Luckily about Iona is there is a sky dome that has acrobatics in it. I'll show you all of that stuff in my video that's going to come out tomorrow. So we would either go to the theatre or we would go to the dome show. It was very, very impressive. I've never seen anything like it before. Thank you for your Christmas card extravaganza. I sent out 93 last year and it was quite the production. Yes, I have more than 93 to do. I'm sending all of my Patreons and YouTube channel members Christmas cards. I'm sorry the date has closed now because I'm making them. But it is quite a task. Yes, I wish I could send them to everyone, but it would bankrupt me. The postage, it is quite expensive. So I just do it for my Patreons and members because that covers the postage. But yes, out soon. Stuart says, I know you're an inside cabin girl, but I prefer the suite life. Will you venture into other cabin categories? I have stayed in ocean views, balconies, mini suites. I don't think I've ever stayed in a suite. But I'm still just going back to the inside cabins. I honestly, for the price, it's hard to keep me away from those inside cabins. Hello to Matt here from Royal Caribbean Blog. It is good to see you. I don't know what you have been up to recently because I have been very, very busy, but I'm going to try and catch up with everyone. So I will talk to you after this, Matt. I'm hoping to have Tony from La Liga Loca as my guest next week. So make sure you come for that. It'll be back to kind of normal timing. Hopefully. Have you taken a fly cruise before the Morella cruise? Yeah, almost every cruise I've ever taken has been a fly cruise. That was just my first fly cruise since the pandemic. I don't know if you can hear the fireworks. Let me know if you can hear the fireworks, but all around me, I hear fireworks going off. Yeah, most of my cruises have been fly cruises because I've cruised from, the US or in Asia. Like, I don't have the time to cruise across and around. So almost all cruises have been fly cruises. Yes. Oh, Matt says, great to see you and catch you live. Love these cruise chats. Thank you very much. Yes. My Goodness, thank you so much, everyone, for your comments. They go so unbelievably fast. Appreciate them all, though, and I'm not ignoring them if I don't see them. Stacey says, did you find out any more information about Pulse? I found the two main people who were in Pulse on Iona. So Pulse is basically the house band for P&O, and when someone's contract is up, they leave and then someone else comes. So it's not like this is the band that's made of 3 people. We've got this moving thing called Pulse. But I did find the two main people who were on there. They were amazing. They would do the same show a couple of times per evening in the kind of big lounge that there was. They would do the dome shows. They did rock shows. They did cheesy like one-hit wonders, which was really good. It was good. It was good. Yes, about the house band. Yes, that's it. That is the one. How was Iona, says Noah? It was amazing. It was really, really good. I have cruised with P&O before this. I cruised on Britannia, and I knew that Iona was kind of moving in the direction of what I like from cruising, a bit less traditional, a bit more kind of flexible. But Iona was so cool, so cool. I have never booked a cruise for the same ship on a cruise before. Like, that is a strong kind of recommendation from me, and I just hope that it lives up to what I have promised, because I'm planning on taking quite a lot of my family, some of them on their first cruise again on Iona in a couple of years, and I just hope that, you know, when you want to show someone something is great, I hope it's still great. The only kind of concern I have is that obviously I was on board with reduced capacity. Sometimes places were busy, sometimes you couldn't get a seat in certain lounges. But I'm hoping that as they increase capacity, they will just open more things. So hopefully, yes. Deborah says, have you taken a Cunard transatlantic? I have not. I have been looking at them recently. I have cruised with Cunard. I've never done a transatlantic. For me, it's just never really been kind of, with time off work and things, it just takes up a lot of time, and I'd want to stay over there once I had got there rather than come straight back. But now that's not a problem. I work myself now, and I say that I can go. So a transatlantic, I think, will be in my future sometime soon. Hopefully. Lou has booked a lot of cruises while on a cruise. It works great. I've only done it once before on a Norwegian cruise, and the cruise I booked, when I came home, that cruise didn't exist, and I ended up with a completely different itinerary from the one that I had booked, and they had printed me this information. So... Oh, Lee says, so the possible February 22 Iona trip I'm considering would be the 4 of us. Should I get 1 4-berth cabin or 2 cabins, aka inside and 1 ocean view? I would almost always suggest not to do 4 in an inside cabin, or 1 cabin, I mean. I have done it before, and it's fine for a little while, but it's nice to have 2 bathrooms if you've got 4 people and not be kind of tripping over all of those shoes. If you can do it, do 2 cabins. If you can't, 1 is fine. But yes. Oh, Stacey says, what were your opinions on the tall plastic screens outside of Iona? We thought it'd be tricky to take photos in places like the fjords. I never noticed any tall plastic screens. So I don't know. It clearly didn't bother me that much if I didn't notice it. My cruise was to Rotterdam, Bruges, and Le Havre. We had sunshine in Le Havre, proper sunshine, which was amazing. Le Havre is in France. But I wasn't really trying to take pictures out there, so I guess I didn't notice those screens. But yes, I love the fjords, love it. Met you on Iona last week in the theatre. Cruise lots on P&O's Iona is now our favourite. Hello! I met so many lovely people on this cruise, and it was so nice because everyone was so just kind and polite on this cruise. People would kind of come up to me and say, is your name Emma? Yes, it's so nice when people do that. So thank you so much to everyone who met me and talked to me. It was nice just to have, you know, I recognize friendly faces around. Oh, it's, you know, that lady. I don't remember everybody's names. I remember quite a few, but sometimes I don't when I'm wandering around the ship. And it's just nice to see everybody who is nice. So yes, thank you very much if you did talk to me. Great answer, says Lee. Thank you, Lee. Oh, what is the best cruise for the British Isles that you would recommend for an American? If you are going to come to Britain from America to see Britain, I feel like to do a British Isles cruise with a British cruise line would be really cool. We do have quite a few British cruise lines. I've done British Isles with Princess, which was amazing, pre-pandemic and since the pandemic. And I really liked it. So I would recommend Princess. But if you could do a British cruise line, I think you might as well be surrounded by Britishness. If you're going to come all this way, you know what I mean? Maybe. Oh, are those Deck 8 Iona promenade cabins as bad as everyone says? Yes, I think so. I would be avoiding them 100% if I was booking, unless it was cheaper. Of course, if it was cheaper, then it was fine. But basically what it is on Deck 8, there's the promenade deck, how there normally is, and then there's balcony cabins that are on the inside. So their balconies don't go to the edge. There's still the promenade deck between them and the edge. So when you're out on your balcony, there's people just sat there wandering along, looking in, and you can see into the cabins quite a lot. I would be avoiding them. I don't know who came up with that as an idea. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm always inside anyway, so it's not something I'm worried about. I have booked, again, Iona, and some people who are coming on that cruise with me are in a balcony, but my lovely agent, Emma, that I work with, she doesn't quote for these cabins. She gave us a grade that doesn't include those cabins. So although we haven't picked the location, we will not be getting that one, which is good. For 2 adults and 2 children, it was £1,500 for a week. And I don't know how P&O can make any money at that price, but that's not really my problem. John says, where is Hudson? If you scroll back to 10 seconds into this video, that is where you will find Hudson. He was here. He is on my mug over here, my mug of tea, if I can show you. This is Emma and Hudson. It's very cute. So he is there. Everyone needs a little Britishness in their lives. Oh, I'm trying to sprinkle a little bit of British in this, in everyone's lives through my Britishisms in my videos. I'm really nearly done with the Iona one. When it comes out tomorrow, you will see why it's taken me so long to get it edited, because it's basically a documentary about this cruise. So, oh, John says, don't you think Iona was tastefully decorated throughout? I thought the cabins were really nice, especially the bathrooms. Yes, I loved my cabin. I mean, it's right up there with the nicest inside cabins I've ever had. Bathroom was great, yes. My brother, when I took this cruise with my brother, and he said it was like a nice hotel. It was all quite like a plushious hotel. They would have, you know, fabrics and cushions and things that made it feel a bit more fancy, a bit more posh. And yes, I thought it was very nicely decorated. It was marble and sparkles and stuff, but comfortable. They even had a pub on board, which definitely had some sort of Weatherspoons vibes to it. That's just what pubs are like, but it wasn't like sticky and gross like some Weatherspoons. It was very nice. It was very good. Andrew is going to be on Deck 8. Will keep us posted. Yeah, I mean, if those cabins were cheaper, even a little bit, then fine, but they're not. And some of them are, what are they called? Conservatory, something like a bigger cabin. And I wouldn't pay extra to be, you know, because I was obviously having a peer in when I was walking by just to see if I could see in. And all of that is coming in my video tomorrow. If you're watching this on catch up, you're not watching this live, go to my channel and watch the full review of this cruise. Yes. Oh, Alan says he's yet to book his flights to Rome, strongly in favor of using air to sea, but someone in our party wants to book flights separately. Where do you sit on it? For me, I've done both. I have booked my flight separately before. It's just a bit more stressful, I suppose, if things get cancelled, but yeah, I'm not against it. As you guys know, my priority is normally saving money, and it can be cheaper, so conservatory mini suites. Yes, that's what it is, Paul and Carol. Nice big cabins. They look really nice, but yeah, maybe not. But they did have a kettle in the cabin. They would give you biscuits every day, USBs by the bed, little things like that are really nice. I like those. Our cabin was as far to the front as you can get. Not one more cabin further to the front than us. How easy is it to get to the port from London? I have guides for all of this stuff, how to get to Southampton from Gatwick Airport in London, Heathrow Airport in London, Southampton train station. All of that stuff is on my website. Please, emmacruises.com, type in anything you want to know, and hopefully it'll come up, because I know that one. I know that one. Ooh, P&O Azura be suitable for a couple in their mid-20s. See, I've never done a smaller P&O ship. I am doing Ventura soon, which will be cool. It obviously depends on the couple that's in their 20s and what you want out of a cruise. So if you want to go on a big, exciting cruise ship like Iona, that's going to be very different from going on one of these smaller, older ones. But they're nice. They're normally nice. I haven't been on Azura. I don't know if she's nice. But it's probably just a more relaxing cruising experience. If you're someone who's happy to, just sit in a bar with a book and a drink and just chill out, then you'll be totally fine. There's still, shows and entertainment and stuff. It's just a more relaxed vibe and a bit more traditional on the older kind of P&O ships. You forgot Stansted Airport to Southampton. Yeah, not as many people when I asked came into Stansted Airport. I don't think I've ever been to Stansted Airport. Ooh, Robin says, pre-pandemic, is it normal that it is difficult to find open tables in the buffet during breakfast and lunch? Wondering if that's just how cruises are or specific to the line we have used. There's definitely some that are much better than others, and I have struggled on some cruise lines before to get a seat. Sometimes you'll have to go, they might close half the buffet, only one half's open for lunch. You might have to go to the other side to find a seat, or you might have to go out the back. That has happened to me before. It depends kind of when you're cruising to. I've done a Royal Caribbean cruise in half term in the school holidays from the UK. That was quite busy. It does depend. Sometimes cruises just like that. But sometimes that's never a problem. It completely varies from one end to the other. Well, thank you so much for a nice thank you for the great content you provide. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That is kind. Jonathan, you made it. Am I the best Patreon? I'm not gonna put any of my Patreons in any kind of order, Jonathan. I will say that I think me and Jonathan have a lot in common. Weird things that we keep finding out, like weird musicals and films and things that we like. So yeah. Good to see you, Jonathan. Oh yeah, Andrew says his deck 8 is a conservatory cabin. It was fairly cheap. Yes. Hello to Tristan and Justin. Cruise Boys finally made it. And Matt is also a proud Emma Patreon supporter. Thank you so much, Matt. You said from Delaware. Yeah, well, I may have other Patreons from Delaware. Yes. Yeah, the King's Bud. King's Bud is John. John says, I am late. I am overcome with guilt, I guess. John, you don't have to be overcome with guilt. The way I see these live streams is anyone pop in anytime. I'm just saying that I'm going to be here for an hour and it would be nice if you would come and talk to me. That's how I see these live streams. I started these live streams back in March of 2020 when pandemic happened and I started working from home. It was a way to kind of just get off of my work stuff and straight into the cruise stuff. So I would start the live stream at 5, which is when I finished my work. And that was great. And then I just never stopped. Are you going to any fireworks shows this weekend? I don't have any plans to. No, not really. I'm kind of feeling like staying inside in the warm, to be honest with you. I'm pretty cold even inside. So no plans. Oh my goodness. In your non-potato videos, I like the price breakdown, number of nights, what's included when you recap on a cruise. Yes, I try and do that as much as I can. It's tricky because I always, I pay in pounds. I have to translate everything into dollars because the majority of my audience are from the US. And then I have to work out, I have to explain that that's 2 sharing. That includes port fees and taxes and everything. And it does get a bit confusing, but I do try. And I try and put it on graphics on the screen and everything like that. Most of my cruises are about finding the things that are included, though. So my P&O video tomorrow is all about, the included food and everything I found, because that's how I cruise. Will you be going on Carnival anytime soon? I know Carnival Pride is coming to London next year. I really want to. I really want to cruise with Carnival. I tried in 2020. I feel like it's a big thing to not have done for me, to not cruise with Carnival. So yes, I really want to. William says, you actually have a real job. You kill off a lot of vacation. I left my day job, my 9 to 5 job, and now I run my own business, which I can run from cruise ships, which I definitely think is a real job. If it's not a real job, then tell HMRC that I don't have to pay any taxes and stuff, please. But yes, I work for myself. I'm the best boss because I let myself go on these cruises, and I work when I'm on the cruises. I get a lot of messages that say, "Why are you working? You're on a cruise." If you travel as much as I do, which I'm very lucky to do, I have to do my work on a cruise. There's no, you don't get paid to cruise. That's not a thing. Have you ever cruised to Madeira over Christmas or New Year's? What a kind of coincidence that yes, I have. I've heard the fireworks are amazing pre-COVID. I don't remember any fireworks, but over Christmas, yes, I have. I have never done a New Year's cruise though. I think it would be cool to do one over New Year's. Isn't Hudson the boss? Yeah, Hudson is the boss, but the thing is, he doesn't really do much work, and he gets all inclusive house, food, everything. He has to go to the vet tomorrow, but don't tell him. Don't tell him that, or he'll run away. Did Iona seem more child-friendly than other P&O ships? Yes, absolutely. It's definitely P&O's move to the family younger market. They have kind of like the splash zones in kids clubs and all of that stuff. You won't find kind of water slides and the things you'll find on the American cruise lines, but it's definitely a move towards the family cruising. There weren't too many children on my cruise because there was a limit on how many unvaccinated guests they could have, and the children take up that amount, and then they had to kick some people off of the cruise, so there weren't many children, but I have booked it for my 2 nieces, their first ever cruise. So fingers crossed it's good for children, or I will be the worst auntie ever. Have you ever been to the Azores Islands? I have, but not on a cruise. We stayed there, as just flew there and stayed in the Azores. Honestly, it's like being in the strangest movie. It's amazing. The sceneries, the smells. I still remember all of this. We went to like the hot baths and stuff in the Azores. Amazing. Hello to Keith, who is new to your site. Got a couple of cruises booked there. Royal Caribbean, I think that was, yes, Norwegian. Amazing. Oh, Michael says Asian cruise was cancelled this week, but switched to a British Isles cruise in September. Very exciting. Will you be coming over to America to cruise soon? Yes, I would like to, and I have been looking at doing so. I don't know when though. I don't know what's happening, to be honest, at the minute. I'm going to wait for a while, but yes, I would like to. Shout out to Daniel and Kate, please. Hello to Daniel and Kate. Nice to see you. I can't see you, but nice that you're seeing me. Did you eat in Sindhu on Iona? We are there, and it was amazing. I did. P&O did give me the credit for it, so I have to say that I didn't pay for it with my own money, but I did eat there, and I did eat there myself. It's my brother's favorite thing about Iona was Sindhu. I had been to Sindhu on Britannia before. My main memory of that was that it was so dark, and my mum couldn't read the menu. But yes. Please do not just spam me my channel. You will just be blocked. Thank you very much. Have you done Alaska? Is it worth for younger kids, 10 and 7? So I did Alaska when I was 11. And that's the only time I've done Alaska. So I would be kind of the same. I loved it at the time. I have to say I don't have too many memories of it now. And I wish that I remembered more about it. But that just means I want to get back to do Alaska again. So I would say yes. There's a lot to do in Alaska. It's exciting. It is cool. Have you been to Hamburg on a cruise? Says Dale. No, I was supposed to last week on Iona. I was supposed to go to Hamburg, but maybe a week before or a couple of weeks before, it was cancelled and replaced with Le Havre. I don't know if you know, but Le Havre is the gateway to Paris, and it's about a 3-hour drive to Paris. And if I was to go to Paris from London, it's faster than Le Havre. So I didn't go into Paris. I've been to Paris before. We just kind of wandered around to stretch our legs and then sat by the pool with a drink, which was good. Is it possible to book a last-minute cruise like a couple of days before? You can book one, but it has to be, normally they will shut 48 hours, 72 kind of hours before, because they need to do all of their passenger forms and everything like that. Might be a bit more tricky at the minute because of having to do, entry forms to different countries. Some of them maybe I think for some of them you have to do them at least maybe 3 days in advance. But yes, if you gave yourself a week, if you wanted to do one in a week, then absolutely. Jenny says, I've heard the pools were cold on Iona. I didn't go in any of the pools on Iona, so I'm afraid I can't comment on that one. Can't comment. Michael says his kids 9 and 13 loved the Alaska cruise a few years back. I mean, it was my first cruise and here I am. So I guess that's a good sign that yes. Yes. Thank you to all of my moderators who look after these chats. Appreciate it. Norwegian cancelled our Dominican Republic for Nassau. I can't think of anything fun to do there. I've been there once. I didn't do very much. I'm not qualified to answer that question. Sorry. From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Very cool. Oh, Ronnie says, do you recommend getting a passport for cruising? As far as I know, the only places where you can even think about doing a cruise without a passport is in the US. It's very limited on the closed loop cruises you can do. There's tons of rules about it, and I would never, ever, ever risk doing a cruise without a passport. The thing is you might be able to do a closed loop cruise from Miami around the Caribbean without a passport, but what happens if you break your leg and you get taken off in... You're in trouble. Get the passport, please. Please, please, please. What ship is the Teddy from? The Teddy is from my P&O cruise. It is P&O. He's very cute. He's little. Adorable, isn't he? And also I have got this shark, and the shark has got this. Is there anything to do in Le Havre? If you look up the advice on what to do in Le Havre, it's leave Le Havre, to be honest with you. There's a couple of seaside towns nearby that you can go to. Paris is the obvious one, but there's not much in Le Havre, to be honest with you. I've been there a couple of times. It's more of a kind of wander around thing. Pete says, Marella are currently £543 in December for a week. Do you think that it will get cheaper nearer the time as people aren't filling the ships? December is really soon, so I don't think it will get any cheaper. Normally between about 60 to 90 days before the cruise, that's when they will reduce if they need to, because everybody else, if you book a cruise, you don't normally have to pay for it in full until 60 to 90 days before. So at that point, they know, who's dropped off and who's not coming and how much room they have. But I think December is too close, that it's probably not going to go down, and I would book that. I would book that right now. Yes. I mean, £543 for a week, and you can eat and drink as much as you like. I think that is pretty good. What is the best activity on Britannia? Hello from Texas. Hello, Texas. I have not been on Britannia for a long time. What did I do on Britannia? We were in Norway. It was very, very rainy for our entire cruise, so we didn't really do much, swimming or anything like that. They had the Astonishing show. If they have Astonishing, definitely go to Astonishing in the theatre. I can hear the fireworks again. I don't know if you can, but I definitely can. Yeah, I think I have information on my website about the best free things to do on Britannia. Check that out because my memory is a bit forgetful. Michelle says, is P&O getting better with embarkation, as was very slow and long queues when we went on our staycation on Britannia? Mine was perfect. I literally couldn't fault anything with embarkation. We went through the drive-through COVID test. I'd done the parking with the port, so I left my car there. The longest part was that bit of just waiting for the car parking, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Drive-through test, 10 minutes. Actually embarking, 15 minutes maybe. It just seems to be luck. Sometimes, someone can go on a cruise and then 2 weeks later, it'll be completely different. I don't know why. I think it also depends on when you're embarking, because we didn't get on until about 4 p.m. And if you're going later, everyone wants to go earlier. It seems to be a bit calmer. We heard them. Yes, there's fireworks absolutely everywhere. Dale says, got Iona 7 nights for £400 on the 12th of February. Yes, you can't. You literally cannot argue with that. You would struggle just to stay on land. You would struggle just to stay on land. Simon says, what has been the best towel animal on your bed? I've had a lot of, swans and stuff. I like sometimes they do a chicken or a monkey, and it's on a coat hanger and it's hanging down. I quite like those ones. They make me laugh. Yeah, Embarkation with P&O is pure luck, and Paul and Carol didn't have any luck. I watched Paul and Carol's embarkation vlog, but I skipped over that the whole beginning because I didn't want to, I was just about to do it, so I didn't want to get any kind of ideas in my mind. But apart from that, your video was fantastic, and it does just seem to be just luck when you go. Yeah. Oh, Nicholas got his confirmation email for his wedding on Harmony of the Seas 2023. That sounds amazing. Congratulations. That will be cool. Does Tinder work on a cruise? I have no idea, Kyle. I mean, there's no reason that it wouldn't. You would just need internet connection, I guess. I have not used Tinder, so I do not know. Lou says the Iona pricing is really inexpensive right now. It really is. It's really cheap. I think it's, it's the size of the ship. It's quite a different one for P&O, so I think people are a bit, maybe traditional P&O cruisers are a bit nervous about it, but it was very good. Very good. Hello to Don, Don's Family Vacations. Don, I would like to have you back on my live stream again sometime soon. I'm talking to Tony next week. It would be cool to have you sometime after that. If we could find a time when you're free, that would be awesome. It is nice to be, I've been traveling a lot, which is fantastic, but it is nice to be home and just be talking to you, even if I am very distracted by all of these fireworks that are going off. Yeah. Bonfire night is a big deal here in the UK. It's going to be fireworks all night long. Luckily, Hudson doesn't care about fireworks. When you cruise, do you do karaoke, says Jonathan. Jonathan, I do never do karaoke. I go to karaoke, but I never sing. It was quite funny on Iona because the person who was doing karaoke had to wear a face mask. And if you were sat down enjoying your drink, you didn't have to wear a face mask, but we were all singing everything. It just seemed that the one person who was singing the most had to wear the mask. I get it, I guess, because of the kind of spray, COVID and things, but you think you could just put them in like a plastic room, like a screen or something, disinfect the microphone. I don't know. It was interesting anyway, and they did a good job. Many songs from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat would make a great karaoke song. Yes, that would. When I did my 90s cruise, I did wear a Technicolor Dreamcoat in honor of this. It was just a stripy dress, but I did wear that in honor of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I haven't told you that, but I did do that one. And we are doing the 90s cruise again next year, which I'm really looking forward to. It is the 90s versus noughties cruise next year, and that will be in May from Spain. I think it's mostly sold out now. It's popular. It doesn't take long to sell out, but I'm really looking forward to that one. Really looking forward to that one. Is P&O Iona and Costa? Iona is not going anywhere. She's staying with P&O. The Costa ship is still going to Carnival? I think so, as far as I know. You need to do a karaoke live then. I have not spent, I don't know, 5 years building up my channel just to lose them all in a live karaoke session. Nah. What do you think of Imagine Cruising? The only kind of involvement I've had with Imagine Cruising was when I went on a trip with Paul and Carol. We went to Rome to see Katherine Jenkins perform in a castle. And that's kind of what Imagine Cruising do. They do like whole bespoke trips that are themed around something. And ours was Katherine Jenkins. So it was fun. I've never done anything like that before. Remember the 5th of November. Yes, indeed. Ken is getting ready to join Britannia. Lots of hoops to jump through, but worth it. Yes, there are a lot of hoops to jump through, especially if you're doing kind of a fly cruise at the minute. It's not that the things that you have to do are difficult, it's that you need to remember what you need to do on certain days. One thing I didn't remember to do on Iona was I didn't do the health declaration because, I did all of the stuff and then I can't remember what it was, but it was a really strange time frame that you couldn't do it within a day, but you had to do it within 3 days or something. I don't know. I just did it at the port and it was fine. But it's kind of that just, working out, this has to be 2 days before, that can't be more than 2 days before, working out where everything goes. That's the tricky thing. But I think worth it. Once you finally get there and you've worked it out, so good, so unbelievably good. It did make me a bit nervous. I talk more about this in my video that will come out tomorrow, but because I had been to Spain the week before, they were a bit, when I answered that question, bit nervous. They did let me go on the cruise, so that was good. Thank you, Lizzie, for my super sticker. Appreciate you being in here. Tracy says, hit the likes for Emma, everyone. Thank you very much. Yes, if you could do that, that's a good sign to YouTube that you like this video, and then hopefully it will come up again more. Hopefully it'll come up again more. But yes, I'm almost finished with my Iona video. It is quite a documentary. I hope you like it. It's everything. It is the review of the ship, the food, the entertainment, it is the places we went, it is everything in one story. I'm not quite ready yet with, thumbnail and title, and I've got some more editing to do, but hopefully tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and get it done tomorrow, apart from taking Hudson to the vet. Ugh. Alan says, if anyone's interested in the 90s Naughties cruise, there are still some vacancies, so contact Emma and get it booked. Yes, you can book through me, emmacruises.com. I think the balcony cabins are sold out, and the flights from London are sold out as far as I know, but I think you can still work around it. Can't wait to watch it. Thank you so much. It's so... Obviously, I want people to watch it, but it's so nice when I put everything into it, and then people are looking forward to it, and then you come back and watch it. It's just mind-blowing to me, but I appreciate it, so thank you. Love my Morella cruise. Thanks for the recommendation. Awesome. The title is going to be I took a cruise on Britain's biggest ship, newest ship, something like that. I'm not sure what to put on the thumbnail. It'll be something about the fact that I've booked this cruise again, because I've never been on a cruise. I've booked cruises on cruises, but I've never been on a cruise and booked that same ship on that ship. I think you should get something special for that, like something, but it was cool. Have you been on the Sky Princess, says Ola? Yes, and I have a video, like a full review of that on my channel. I was on there not long ago. I love the medallion. I love all of that. It was brilliant. That one was a press trip, just disclosure. I was on there with journalists and other important people, but it was good. It was really nice. I had booked Sky Princess and it was cancelled, so it was nice to get to go on that press trip. Looking forward to tomorrow. There we go. So, it's the weekend, so that's a good reason to look forward to tomorrow. And then also, at some point, check back on my YouTube channel and please check out that video, please. Are you going to do a North or South Pole cruise? I have no plans for that. Jonathan says we should all drink Pepsi Max while we watch the Iona video. Yes, you should. On P&O, they have Coke and they have Pepsi. So if you're Coke or Pepsi, you're fine. They have both, which is really cool. Lizzie says, have so many friends going on her before me, so need to share it with them. Yes. Oh, thank you, Frederick, for my super chat. Thank you very much. Welcome back, and thanks for the great insights. Here is something towards your next adventure. Thank you very much for that one. I hope you can't hear these fireworks, because it's constant, but it is bonfire night. There's nothing we can do that. Alan says, ooh, I'll be watching with a Diet Coke. How anyone could say a Diet Coke is better than a Pepsi Max? I don't know. I like Diet Coke. It's good. It's nice. It's not better than a Pepsi, though. It's not. Oh, Angie made the live. Catch up first 45 minutes later. Yes. Oh, have a beer. Okay, have a beer. Yeah, my dad says you were on Sky Princess with Dad and loved it. Yeah, my dad loved that cruise too. It was good. We had such a nice cabin. We got to, because we were on the press trip, we got to eat in all the specialty restaurants, and it was cool. It was nice. It was good. Diet Coke on P&O is not included in the kids' drinks package yet. So Coke is from the bottles, the glass bottles, and Pepsi is the fountain. But it is proper Pepsi. It's not like the syrup where it all tastes the same. It is good. Mike says, how did you choose a travel agent for cruising? How did you evaluate the agent? So if you ask me pre-pandemic, did I use a travel agent? I would use any company, the cheapest one I could find. Some of the big retailers, sometimes specific people, sometimes I would book direct. Through the pandemic, that has changed my mind because it's been so unbelievably confusing working out, future cruise credits and price guarantees and all of that stuff. And it was so confusing. I booked my first cruise with my agent, Emma, and then I booked about 5 more through Emma. She works for travel counselors, so there's an app you can use, and you just log in and you just pay when you want to pay. You can see everything on your phone, on the computer. You don't have to phone P&O and organize all of that stuff. So now I work with Emma. I think after I'd booked 5 cruises with her, wouldn't recommend anybody else. So I got her on Team Emma. Her name's also Emma. And now you can book through me and Emma on emmacruises.com. But yes, lots of other great agents, of course. And also, travel agents have had such a bad time in the last year. I mean, they've been working nonstop for no money because they get commissions when cruises sail and cruises stop. So sometimes it's nice to support an agent. It doesn't cost any more money, and sometimes they get you discounts and free stuff. So yes. I'm a caffeine-free Diet Coke man. Oh, I don't know what caffeine-free Diet Coke tastes like, I don't think. Have you ever cruised to Halifax? No, I have never, ever, ever. I would like to, though. Hopefully soon. We should be super nice. Emma's dad's here. A pleasure to visit the chat. Thank you ever so kindly. My dad is always here. My mum is normally here too. So yeah. My granddad's normally watching too. Hello, granddad, if you're watching. Sometimes I think this is where people see me. You know, this is probably where my family see me the most, is on the live streams. Yeah, Lou says, definitely use a travel agent. Best way to have them stay on top of things for you. I've had so many situations where I've needed to, sort things out, and Emma's been on the phone to certain cruise lines for hours, and I'm just so grateful that it's not me. And Emma's mum. Yeah, of course, Emma's mum. Everyone knows that Emma's mum is in here. Emma's mum's always in here. Brown water. Diet Coke. No. Wait. Diet Dr. Pepper. No way. I cannot believe all of these fireworks. I bet as soon as I get off of this live stream and try and look at the fireworks, they will be gone. But bonfire night. It is bonfire night. What has been your favorite itinerary, says Thomas? That is a brilliant question. Favorite port? Love KOTOR. Yes, absolutely. Fabulous. Brilliant sailing. My favorite itinerary is Singapore to Tokyo. Hands down, the best. Every single place we went to was just incredible. Nowhere I'd ever been before. Not like anything I'd ever seen before. These fireworks, it's the ones that go... So I just hear these loud, like not even pops, fizzing noises to the side of me. Oh, Diet Dr. Pepper is Don's drink. Don, Dr. Pepper is... I would prefer to drink water than Dr. Pepper, and that is saying something. Diet Vimto is lovely. I mean, I have sugar-free Vimto. Is that what Diet Vimto is? I drink a lot of Vimto. If I drank the sugar, I'd be permanently sugar buzzing. My cruise was on Princess. So it was on Golden Princess, which was the smallest, oldest princess ship. And she was absolutely lovely. She was really nice. My dad says, hi, Paul and Carol. Has Paulie cheered up? Yeah, Paulie Morgan was a little bit grumpy. Hopefully he has cheered up now. Have you done a Nile River cruise? No, I would love to. That would be amazing. Maybe one day. Diet Coke caffeine-free is brown water. Got it. Ugh, yeah, no, Dr. Pepper is just no. Have you ever taken a cruise to see the Northern Lights? I have not seen the Northern Lights. I would love to. I have taken cruises to kind of the northern part of Norway, but it's been the wrong time. It's been summer instead of Northern Lights time. But I would like to. I think you have to go through quite a lot of, it's not really the best time to go to Norway just to see the Northern Lights. I don't know. I probably would pick a summer cruise over Northern Lights time. But I would like to see them. That would be cool. What was the best thing you did on Morello Explorer 2? And what was the best port? What was the best thing on Morello Explorer 2? I spent most of my Morello Explorer cruise just sitting by the pool. They would have these little bar things that would come round and they would just drop you off a drink. There would be bands there. The sun was playing. I could actually feel the sun. I'm so cold all the time now here in the UK. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. I will wear, 2 pairs of socks and slippers every day. And just to be there and just be warm and just eat and drink, it was absolutely amazing. I loved the theatre shows, the main theatre shows, absolutely awesome. What was my best port? I mean, they were all nice. It was just the fact that we were somewhere where, I mean, we only visited Spain, but you were somewhere where other people didn't speak English. You couldn't understand. I don't speak much Spanish, and it was so nice to be, properly away. I've cruised around the UK quite a lot, and it's nice, but it's nice to be away. Nice to be away. My wife has sugar-free Vimto. For me, it has to be full sugar. I don't know. I don't know if I can tell the difference. Maybe. I don't know. Need to get you on Mardi Gras or Carnival celebration. Yes, absolutely. I want to do like a proper Carnival cruise in the Caribbean, like that traditional cruise that I haven't done that in so long. I have cruised in the Caribbean a couple of times, but it'd be nice to do that. That's what everyone thinks of when they think about cruises, is a Carnival cruise in the Caribbean, and it would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah, exactly. You won't see them in the summer. That's what I mean. I would prefer to go probably in the summer, with the long days, rather than go in nighttime. In the nighttime. Would you say that watching your Iona video when it's released would be for the greater good? It would be for the greater good of the community. Absolutely. I hope that you like it. I really do. I really do. It's a lot. It's everything. It is a week of my life in this. So hopefully you like it. Oh, my wife and I were going to cruise to Singapore, to Japan, but COVID hit. Yeah, if you ever get the chance, do it. Royal Caribbean blog says, I think there's another cruise line for the Caribbean. There is. Yes, there is. But I have cruised with Royal Caribbean before, and I have never cruised with Carnival. I would love to do a big Royal Caribbean ship, though. Really would. And I will. It's not that far to the Caribbean. It has felt like a long way away recently for obvious reasons. But yes, I would love to. Same, I miss the sun. Yeah, it just feels like in the UK this year, we just didn't get a summer. Like last summer was, the start of lockdown was obviously bad, but it was nice because at least you could sit outside and get some sun. This year, it just never really got there. And it's cold. It's cold. Oh, Christian booked Royal thanks to Emma. There you go, Matt. Matt from Royal Caribbean blog. Be proud of me. I got a booking on Royal. That's awesome. Yes. Amazing. Have you tried Iron Brew? Heard it's available in parts of Canada. Heard it has lots of sugar. I have had Iron Brew. For some reason, I used to do like a science club when I was at school, after school, and they would give us Iron Brew and Mars bars. I don't know why. I don't think I like it. Don't think I like it. Nicely done, Christian, says Matt from Royal Caribbean blog. Yes. What part of the UK are you from? I'm from the south of the UK, down on the south coast. Conveniently, also our main cruise port is down on the south, down in the south. Have you ever done a world cruise? I've never done a world cruise. The longest cruise I've ever done was 13 nights long. So I'm quite a long way away from doing a world cruise. I think it would be, a friend suggested this to me, and it would be a really good idea to write a book on a world cruise, to meet people who are on a world cruise, find out who they are. They must have interesting lives. Do you not think, the people who are on a world cruise, and write a book about it? That would be cool. If anyone wants to sponsor a book on a world cruise, please get in touch with me, because that would be cool. Go Sussex, says Dad. Whoop, whoop. Go Sussex. First cruise was on Royal Caribbean, and it was the best cruise ever. That is awesome. I don't think you can go too wrong with a Royal Caribbean cruise. They know what they're doing, don't they, Royal Caribbean? There's nothing, Daniel says, does P&O have an app? Yes. So P&O has an app, finally. Up until COVID, they had nothing, and they were quite far behind, I think. On Britannia, I had to go and get my daily statement from reception. We haven't done that in years, but yes, they have an app now. It's not really an app. It is kind of like a web page, and you just type in the thing and it comes up, but it does everything you want. So you can see your account, you can book dinner, you can book the shows, everything kind of has to be booked on Iona. I show you all of the app and stuff in my video tomorrow. New subscriber here, watched a lot of your videos. Thank you very much. It's nice. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. It makes me feel more nervous thinking I'm talking to new people rather than I get so used to the same people coming every week, and it's nice to see you. But if you're new, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my goodness, look at the time. I didn't even look at that. It has been an hour again, guys. That genuinely took me by surprise. I haven't looked at the time in ages. Thank you, thank God, for my super sticker. This will be my last one. Thank you very, very much. So next week, our live stream will be back to normal. I'm hoping to have Tony as my guest. Hopefully, Tony will be my guest next week, and it will be back at normal time, 5 p.m. UK, which will be back to being 12 Eastern. I think it will be. Please, at some point the weekend, just check out my video because I would appreciate that. Please, I think there's a lot to say. A lot to say about Iona. It was amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to go. The fireworks have stopped now, but I'm going to go and try and see some fireworks. See you all later. Thank you so much, everybody.